we are underway from Atlanta Fulton County Stadium on this 4th of July before a sellout crowd. Dykstra trying to butt his way on, may do it. Hubbard picks it up, throws, and got him. Good play. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the first. Now Wally Backman, the second baseman, batting .250. No homers, 7 RBIs. He's a switch hitter, but plays very rarely when a left-hand pitcher is going against the Mets. And he takes the lead-up high and away, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch, breaking ball for a strike, 1-1.
Well, Pete, 11 years ago, you were, as it were, in the Mets organization, broadcasting Tidewaters games. Things have really changed for that organization, haven't they?
They really have. It's really been a roller coaster type of organization. They started out with one of the worst teams in baseball, those original New York Mets. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Wally Backman. Just missed inside, 2-2. And the 2-2 on the way, bounces up there, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch to Backman out in front of the plate. Let's see if Naylor can throw him out. I don't think he'll get him. Safe at first is Wally Backman. The last time the Braves and Mets played, I can recall saying I've never seen a series where Keith Hernandez came in not hitting 280, 290, 300, somewhere around there. Well, now we have. Hernandez batting only .251 to this point this season with 4 homers, 31 RBIs. And Hernandez takes low for a ball. And the 1-0 pitch. Caught the inside corner. Now the 1-1. Caught the inside corner. And the 1-2 is taken high and tight, 2-2. Runner going on the 2-2 pitch. It's hit foul down the first base side. And Wally Backman goes back. 4 games with the Mets to kick off this homestand. Then Montreal comes in for 3 and the Phillies for 4. And then the All-Star break. This year's game will be played up in Minnesota. Time called as Hernandez steps out.
They got Bud Harrelson coaching third base now, don't they? Bill Robinson over at first.
Bobby Valentine, the former third base coach, now managing the Texas Rangers. Good break for Bud Harrelson. He was managing their Columbia Farm Club, Columbia, South Carolina. And this time he got him. Bill Robinson didn't think so. But Wally Backman is out of there. Picked off by Rick Naylor, who tried about 10 times to get him and finally did.
You be the judge. Either way you call that, you get an argument. Personally, I think it was safe.
So that takes care of the base runner with 2 outs now. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Keith Hernandez. Fouled away. Hernandez, one of the best 2-strike hitters in all of baseball. Guys like Keith Hernandez and Bill Buckner. You get 2 strikes on those hitters and they just keep fouling off pitch after pitch. There's another one. Still 2-2. Top half of the first inning. 2 men out after a long rain delay here in Atlanta. And the 2-2 on the way. Missed high and the count full. At the rate this game is going, the big 5th of July fireworks show will be presented right after the contest. Line to left center field. Murphy's not going to get there. Either is Terry Harper. Hernandez heads for second. And he will coast in with his 13th double of the season as Gary Carter steps in. Carter will probably be the starting catcher in the All-Star game. He's the leading vote getter by a wide margin right now. There are his numbers for the year. He's been a red-hot hitter of late, batting .345 over the last 2 weeks. And he takes low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bouncing ball up the middle. Hubbard can't get to that one. Hernandez is going to be way. That ball just stopped out there in the wet outfield. So no chance for a throw. It's 1-0 New York.
Got the fastball up around the belt. Just did get by Hubbard. Now watch it. That's a familiar sight for some of us.
On the golf course.
Yeah.
Darryl Strawberry just getting back into action. Takes a strike in the inside corner. He was out with a thumb injury for almost 2 months. He's batting .207, 6 homers, 13 RBIs. Three hits in the inning now off Mailer. And the 0-1 coming. Missed low, 1-1. The check of the runner. And the 1-1 coming. Just outside, 2-1. This guy has one of the smoothest swings you'll ever see in baseball. And a 2-1 pitch on the way. The let up is lying toward center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Gary Carter will stop at second base, and 4 hits in the inning now off Rick Mailer. The runners lead from first and second. And Foster takes a ball. Ray Knight waiting on deck. Now the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball missed. 2-0. One run in here in the top half of the first. Runners first and second. 2 men out. And a 2-0 pitch coming. Fouled away. Foster now in his 4th year with the New York Mets. He's 36 years old. The Atlanta bullpen starts to get ready. Rick Camp is up out there. And the 2-1 is high and outside. 3-1. Rick has not been able to throw that off-speed breaking ball for a strike in this inning. There's Camp down in the Atlanta bullpen.
I don't think it takes a Rhodes Scholar to point out that with Mr. Gooden and a 1.65 ERA, you don't want to spot him too many.
Now a 3-1 pitch coming to Foster. He walked him, and that'll load him up for Ray Knight. It'll bring Johnny Sane out of the Braves dugout, as Rick Mailer is in a mess of trouble here in the first inning. Foster now at first. Strawberry moving to second. Over to third, Gary Carter. Ray Knight will be the batter. This meeting will, if nothing else, allow Rick Camp a little more time to warm up. The meeting breaks up, and Ray Knight will step in. The Mets had been platooning at third base, with Ray Knight starting against left-hand pitching, Howard Johnson starting against right-hand pitching, but neither player was having a very good offensive year. Knight still only hitting 180, but Davey Johnson, for the time being, has given Knight the third base job, hoping that by playing every day he can pick up on those numbers. From the windup, the pitch tonight. Again, the breaking ball missed.
Well, you're right. There's his story. If he can't throw that curveball for strikes, he's in a world of hurt.
Doesn't seem to be missing by much. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1 run in. And the 1-0 pitch coming. There's a fastball for a strike, 1-1. If Mailer can pitch out of this inning with no further trouble, the Mets will have had an inning very typical of them this year. They've had 4 hits and a walk in the inning, and so far only 1 run. Now the 1-1. Caught the outside corner. Mailer ahead in the count on Ray Knight. A ball and 2 strikes. Gary Carter is the runner at third. Darryl Strawberry at second. George Foster at first. 2 men out. We're in the top half of the first inning after a rain delay of nearly an hour and a half. And the 1-2 pitch struck him out with a fastball. Washington batting .279, homers, 23 RBIs, fouls the fastball back out of play. Gooden pitching tonight for the first time all year with only 3 days rest. He was originally slated to pitch tomorrow night, but then the Mets realized if they kept him on that 4 days rest between starts program, he'd pitch only twice more before the All-Star break. By starting tonight, he can pitch 3 times. At least 1 for Washington. At least 2 for Claudel. He's going to third. And he's going to make it without a throw. Washington really deked out the Mets defense. He slowed down just a little bit going into second. They thought he was going to stop. When he didn't, he took off for third. He's got a triple. Gooden will work from the stretch. Bouncing ball, it'll score the run. Santana on to Hernandez. Give Ramirez his 30th RBI of the year, and we've got a 1-1 game. One ball, no strikes.
If he were to ever time one of those fastballs, wouldn't that be something?
You'd wonder how far it could go. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High and tight, 2-0. Murphy has seen a little more of that the last couple of weeks. Now the 2-0 pitch on the way. And that missed, 3-0. He walked him on 4 straight. And the pitch to Horner is high, and that's 5 in a row now that Gooden has missed with. Down low, 2-0. 6 straight have missed the strike zone. The count still 2-0 on Horner. And it's now 3-0. Gooden uncharacteristically wild here in the bottom half of the first. He has missed with 7 straight. And the 3-0 offering is high, ball 4. Down to second goes Murphy. Down to first goes Horner. Terry Harper, the batter, hitting .244 with 7 homers and 33 runs driven in. 1 man out. The game is tied 1-1 in the bottom of the first. And there's a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. There's that Gooden curveball for a strike. 0-2. He has found the strike zone on Harper. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curve, struck him out. The runners lead from first and second. And the pitch to Oberkfell is up high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Boy, he had some zip on that one. And the 1-1 coming off the end of the bat, foul. There's the 1-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. And a 1-2 pitch on the way. Missed high. It's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is a curve that just missed inside. The runners go on the 3-2, and it missed inside to load the bases. 3 walks in the inning for Dwight Gooden. Gooden gets the windup back with the bases loaded and starts out Cerrone with a fastball for a strike on 1. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. Missed downstairs, 1-2. Gooden deals the 1-2. Bouncing ball right side. Hernandez knocks it down. Gooden is there to cover. And the inning is over.
Well, Wally Backman leads it off. Top of the 3rd inning of a 1-1 ball game. 1-0 to Wally Backman. He had an infield hit his first time up and then was picked off at first base. 1-1. Ground ball right side. Hubbard on a nice play. 1 out. Keith Hernandez, the batter, he doubled and scored the only run of the game for the Mets in the first. There's that fastball again, and you can bet that Hernandez is going to be sitting on it. Curveball is low, 2-0. Line drive, base hit, right center. No, it's not. Dale Murphy. No, now they're going to be called. They're calling him out. The right, and now Hernandez stops between first and second.
Oh, there's a bad call because Murphy gave it away.
Yeah, he did. He got up to throw the ball.
Murphy gave it away by getting up to throw the ball and to hurry back in. If he had caught the ball, there was no reason for that. And now Davy Johnson coming out to argue. No ball in that glove or in the hand.
But why would Murphy turn around, pivot, and make the throw strong into second base? And that's obviously Davy's point, and you picked up on it right away, Ralph.
Right there, it's in the glove. Now it goes down. He rolls over. And there's no ball. He picks that ball off the grass and fires it in, and that's a dead giveaway.
There's the ball right behind him.
Right behind him.
Oh, brother. Well, anyway, Gary Carter is the batter. 2 out, nobody on. A tough break for the Mets. 1-0 to Carter. He singled in Hernandez in the first inning. That shot clearly showed the ball behind Dale Murphy, and as you said, right away, he wouldn't have thrown it in like that if he had caught it. 2-0. 3-0 to Gary Carter.
One thing you have to really have is concentration when you're hitting 3-0.
There's a strike. And a fastball in the dirt. 1-1 to Darryl Strawberry. Darryl wants a new pelota. 1-1 to Strawberry. 2-1. 3-1 to Strawberry. But not on this pitch. Fastball was low to Darryl Strawberry, so Darryl walks. Third walk issued by Rick Mailer. 1-1, 2 out, first and second for the Mets, third inning. There's a strike on the corner. Another fastball. Mailer throwing a lot of fastballs tonight. That's not like him. George with 12 home runs. That leads all Mets hitters. Big 3-run blast in last night's game. 2-1. A slider is outside, so it's 3-1 to George Foster. And a breaking ball is outside and low, so Foster walks for the second straight time. No place to put Knight. Lines it to right, but Washington is there. And in 2 at-bats, Ray Knight has stranded 6. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 left after 2.5.
Okay, Pete, thank you very much. Dale Murphy leads it off against Dwight Gooden, and the curve is in there for a strike. I'll tell you what, if they play in these conditions for long, that infield is going to become unplayable. It's raining hard. Starter to go, held up on the curveball. The count evens at 1-1. Nobody on or out in the Atlanta third. Boy, he had a cut at the fastball, fouled it back. Here's your 1-2 pitch. He got him with a fastball, and that may be the best fastball he's thrown tonight. The let-up curve is high and inside. 1 ball, no strike. Pop foul back. Pop foul back this way. Two balls, 2 strikes. Up the middle, that's through there. Santana was slipping and sliding around in the muck. And the fans down below are getting absolutely drenched. Well, you can see how hard it is raining. You have never seen a group of players and umpires get off the field so fast in your life.
And Terry Tata, the home plate umpire, talking it over with Jerry Crawford.
Terry Tata is talking it over with Jerry Crawford, the first base umpire. And they're talking it over in a rather indecisive fashion. And no doubt they're talking about the protest lodged by Davy Johnson.
And the umpire is now taking the time because everybody's ready to play except for Terry Tata, the home plate umpire.
Well, here's Harper, who struck out his first time. McDowell 5-3, an earned run average of 3. He has 5 saves. This is his 24th appearance. He had one great outing, Pete, that I didn't see against the Braves earlier this year.
Worked 5 scoreless innings, faced 15 hitters, and retired all 15 in order.
That's about as good as you can do it.
Just about.
Harper leads at first and is chased back by McDowell. That's all this game really needed is a protest. Wonderful. Didn't get the breaking ball. Fouled it, or is it, down the first base line? It is a foul ball. The 0-2. Boy, that didn't miss by much. A ball and 2 strikes. McDowell last year pitched in only 3 games because of arm problems. Hit foul past Bobby White. A ball and 2 strikes. Fly ball, short center. Dykstra waiting on in. He can't get it. It drops. Look at that water. How in the world can they play baseball in? Obi walked his first time. Strike call, 0-1. Line to the right center field. Nobody's going to get that ball. At least one will score. Strawberry comes up. They're going to wave Harper. If he doesn't fall, he'll make it. And the Braves lead 3-1. So McDowell has faced 2 batters. They've both hit. Cerrone takes the strike. He didn't get the breaking ball. Runner at second, 1 out, 2 in. Oh, he chased a terrible pitcher. They have first base open. And the pitcher due next, but they're going to pitch to Hubbard. Right back to the mound. He hit it sharply, but McDowell gloved it, and the inning is over. But Atlanta breaks on top. They score 2 on 3.
Rafael Santana leads it off and takes high for ball 1. Santana flied to center his first time up. It's the top of the 4th inning. 3-1, Atlanta leads it. 2-0 now to Raffy. And Rick Mailer is back out there for Atlanta. A strike at the knees makes it 2-1. Terry Leach begins to loosen for New York. Roger McDowell is scheduled to hit next. And a ground ball hit sharply and knocked down by Oberkfell, but it'll be an infield base hit for Rafael Santana to lead off the 4th inning. Here's Clint Hurdle to pinch hit for Roger McDowell. So McDowell works only 2/3 of an inning. Hurdle on the year hitting .227 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. He is 0 for 6 as a pinch hitter.
I know Tom struck out 10 Padres in a row back in '73, right? I believe.
Yeah, I think it was 73.
Dark recesses of the mind. Coming into the 4 again. Very dark. Very recessed.
Especially after tonight. They're getting more and more recessed. 2 balls, no strikes on Hurdle. And a quick throw by Mailer to keep Santana close. Way outside, 3-0. 3-0 to Hurdle. And a strike call, 3-1. Check swing foul. If you're going to swing at a ball out of the strike zone, at least swing at it. Swing on and hit well to left, but it is going to be caught by Terry Harper. And here's the question again. Who broke up Tom Seaver's no-hitter in 1972 on the 4th of July? Who do you guess, Mr.
That was
McCarver?
the Padres he was facing.
That's what it says.
Jimmy Qualls.
Wrong.
Oh, okay.
It was Leron Lee.
Oh, all right.
There's a blast from the past. Leron Lee singled in the 9th to break up Seaver's no-hitter in '72.
Jimmy Qualls did it for the Cubs, maybe. That's what I was thinking of, huh?
Dykstra with a base hit to left field. Santana will round and hold at second as Harper's up with the ball, sloshing his way through the grass. And Eddie is going to make the change, so Jeff Dedman will come into the game. And the batter will be Wally Backman, who is 1 for 2. Backman had an infield base hit in the first, grounded out to second baseman Glenn Hubbard in the third inning. And Wally has hit .319 over the last 17 games. Thought about bunting, but took high for ball 1. And tapped down the first baseline, foul. Right back up the middle and a base hit to center field. Santana scores. Dykstra going to third. The ball again dying in the outfield, and it's now 3-2 Atlanta. Backman picks up the RBI, his 8th of the year. Keith Hernandez, the hitter, as Dedman throws to keep Backman close. Hernandez tonight with a double and a run scored in 2 trips. He was robbed of a base hit on an incorrect call on a ball judged to be caught by Murphy, a line drive to center field in the third inning. That one's ripped to right. Claudell Washington over, and he falls in the water, and the ball goes all the way to the wall. Dykstra scores. The game is tied. Backman's rounding third. He will score. Hernandez going to third, and he'll make it without a throw. The Mets have taken the lead 4-3. Here's Gary Carter, who takes a strike. The book is closed on Mailer now. 2 of those 3 runs charged to Rick.
Excuse me, Steve, and Dwight Gooden.
And Dwight Gooden. So they're both out of it. Carter swings it one down and in, and it's strike 2. Fastball right back up the middle. Another base hit and another RBI as Hernandez scores, and it's 5-3 New York. You saw Steve Shields beginning to warm up in the Atlanta bullpen, and Dedman's first pitch to Darryl Strawberry is a strike. Strawberry has singled to center and walked. One and one with Carter at first base. And there's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2 as Cerrone blocks it. Grounded. First baseman flipping to Dedman, who outruns Strawberry to the bag. Here's George Foster, who has been a red-hot hitter and has walked his first 2 times up tonight. Foster has a 7-game hitting streak. And the breaking ball catches the corner. Strike 1. A little bit low. 1-1. Skied to right field. Claudell Washington in and over near the line. And the inning is over, but the Mets pick up 4 runs in the inning. The Mets' big 4-run 4th inning.
Well, he came in and gave up a run. I think if Leach or one of the middlemen pitched well, I think the official score will probably award Leach or one of the middlemen the victory.
That's right. The official score has that discretion. Jeff Dedman batting for himself.
I don't think the scoring's over, though, Steve.
Not the way things are going. Not the way that outfield is. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and one. Right off the plate and a mile in the air. Knight coming over to get it and gets him at first base. Nice play. Broken bat, base hit to center field. So Claudell 2 for 2 plus a walk with a 1-out single to center. Ramirez hitting .264. Outside, ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. Backman to Santana. They get 1, and Raphael wisely holds on to the ball as it was too late, and he was in no position.
Talking about Terry Leach, since he's come up, this is his 5th appearance. He has given up only 1 run. He has struck out 5 and walked no one. Given up 6 base hits in 8 innings. He's done a fine job.
And he gets strike 1 on Murphy. Major League leading 20 home runs and 55 RBIs. And a ground ball foul outside of third. Murphy reaches out and pokes it foul, so it's still 0-2. Ground ball to third, slowly hit. Knight will have to hurry and makes a very good play to just nip Murphy. So the inning is over.
The bottom end of the order will hit in the fifth for the Mets. Ray Knight, Rafael Santana, and pitcher Terry Leach are due. Knight has struck out, line to right, and has left 6 men on base in the process. Deep short, Ramirez booted that. It's an error on Ramirez. Here's Santana. He started the 4-run uprising an inning ago with a single. He's 1 for 2. A little tap out in front of the plate. It'll act like a bunt. Cerrone's only play is to first. 2-3 put out on Santana. Knight is at second, and Terry Leach will bat. His first at-bat of the year, and probably his first at-bat in many, many moons. Fast strike from Dedman. Leach was 1-1 with the Mets in '81, 2-1 in '82. So he has batted before. He's been in pro ball since '76. And he's in the hole 0-2. Lem Dykstra waits to hit next. That misses outside. Mr. Leach turns left, 2 out. Dedman records his first strikeout. And here's Dykstra, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Ernie Johnson, John Sterling will join you after this half inning. Bring you the rest of the game and the fireworks display. Mets upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. It's 5-3 New York. They have a runner at second with 2 out. They're in the 11th at Houston. Expos and Astros are tied 3-3. That will end the top of the 5th.
And I would say this, in between the rain delays, has been a very slow baseball game too. It's 11:30 here in Atlanta. That's chopped foul. And the count 0-2. It'll be an 0-2. Strike 3 is called. Good pitch. This guy would look very, very tough at least the first time around. You don't see too many submarine pitchers. Although a left-hander would have a good look at him. Breaking ball is fouled away. I would say if Leach could keep his pitches low like Dan Quisenberry of Kansas City, might be a very good relief pitcher. I tell you, a guy, Ernie, I thought was good was Frank Williams of the Giants. They just sent him back to Phoenix.
Leach has been fighting it. He's 31 years old, but he's still not giving up and wants to get some pension time, some years up here.
0-2 on Terry Harper. Harper is 1 for 2 on the night. There's a base hit. That's the Braves' 6th hit. So here's Obi. And he takes a strike. Harper at first with 1 out. Backman makes a heck of a play. Wally Backman threw it low, and they got him at first base. Wally Backman just made a heck of a play. 2-way, and here's Rick. His first game back from the disabled list. And he takes a strike. That's going to be a base hit. Let's see if Harper can score. Strawberry, he will score. Terry Harper got a late start. Of course, it's heavy going out there. But the ball died in the water, and Strawberry had no play. Well, it's a 5-4 ball game now on the base hit and an RBI by Rick Cerrone. Well, with 2-way, here's Glenn Hubbard and the tying run at first base, Rick Cerrone. The pitch is a strike. Tying run at first, 2 outs. And the breaking ball missed by Hubby, 0-2. Struck him out to end the inning. Braves get a run on 2 hits and leave 1 at the end of 5. Mets lead at 5-4, top of the 6th. And Wally Backman takes it high outside, ball 1. And there's another base hit for Wally Backman. Hernandez was really slumping. That's what I heard. He hasn't been slumping here. He takes it down low. He's been hitting line drives. Knuckle curve is over, and the count evens at 1-1. He's not going, and the pitch is outside 2-1. There goes Backman. Curveball cut on a miss. The throw is not in time. He just got there. It's not a bad throw by Cerrone. He got that off very quickly. Backman had a good jump. Count on Keith is 2-2, and the Mets have advanced Backman to second base with no one out. Hernandez almost never strikes out. He struck out only 26 times this year. If he pulls a ground ball, he'll get Backman to third base. Takes it down low, 3-2. And Gary Carter on deck. Murph in center field makes the catch. Backman is tagging. Oh, he decides to come back, and it's a good thing. And there's another base hit. Backman won't score. He had to go back, and Murphy fires it back into second base. So the Mets have runners at first and third with 1 out.
Eddie Haas is going to walk out to home plate and probably do the old flip-flop.
Yeah, Devon's going to be up.
Leading up.
Devon's going to be up next inning, so I think that's what they will do. Steve Shields will come in.
And the Mets have runners at the corners and only 1 out with a 1-run lead.
Jeff Dedman goes 2 full innings, pitching a third here in the 6th. Charged so far with 2 runs, both earned, on 4 base hits. No, I'm sorry. 6 hits he has given up.
All righty.
Struck out only 1 and walked none.
Mentioned Terry Leach from Selma, Alabama. Well, Steve Shields is from Etowah County, Alabama. E-T-O-W-A-A, Etowah County. 6'5", 220 pounds. They grow 'em big in that part of the country, partner. Fastball outside to Strawberry. Ground ball, base hit right field. Carter looking at the third base coach, Bud Harrelson, and he's going to make it standing up in third base. So Carter goes to third. Strawberry has an RBI. RBI number 14 for Darrell. And the Mets lead at 6-4.
That run charged to Jeff Dedman. And the Mets now have 12 base hits on the night. Strawberry has 2. And the middle of the lineup, in addition to Wally Backman batting second with 3 hits, really producing tonight, and that's the first time in a long time.
Mets with their hitting shoes on tonight. No doubt about it. We're in the 6th, still 1 out. They have 12 hits already. Foster the batter, and there goes Strawberry. Check swing was a strike, and Strawberry has a stolen base. And for Darrell, that's stolen base number 8 on the year. Well, they're going to walk George Foster. I don't know if I agree with this. Counts 0-1. You throw him some sliders, try to make him swing at a bad ball. There is a danger, however, of throwing a wild pitch.
Or making a mistake that he could hit.
Mm-hmm. Of course, our agreement is not necessary for Eddie Haas to make the move, is it?
No, but Eddie Haas has shown a tendency to be somewhat conservative in his managerial approach, and he's been criticized for it here in Atlanta.
Eddie has certainly paid his dues. He's been with the Braves since 1958 in the Braves organization.
That's the 3rd time Foster has walked tonight, the first intentional pass of the game.
And a rarity, too. George, a free swinger. And the batter, Ray Knight. Ray 0 for 3. He was on an error in the 5th inning. And this is the 3rd time tonight in 4 at-bats he's been up there with the bases loaded. First 2 times there were 2 outs. And now there's 1 out. Mets trying to extend the lead. Ground ball to third, could be 2. There's 1 and 2.
Paul Zuvella will lead off for the Braves, batting in the 9th spot here in the bottom of the 6th. Braves down by 2, 6-4. There have been in the ball game 201 pitches thrown. Braves have thrown 115 pitches in 6 innings. That is an awful lot. Well, here's Zoo. In very limited play, hitting at 265. George Foster in left field should catch the fly ball, 1 away. There's a good close-up of Terry Leach. Dwight Gooden started for the Mets, then Roger McDowell, now Leach. And it's Leach's game to win or lose right now. Here's Claudel, who's tripled, walked, and singled. He's 2 for 2. That pitch outside, ball 1. That's the 3rd hit of the night for Claudel. Yeah, the balls are still scooting through the infield. It gives you an idea that this infield really is pretty good shape, because it's had a lot of water around it tonight.
He got that fastball just before it got outside of the plate. Claudel can pull a ball on the outside part of the plate, and it showed you.
Well, the Braves again have the tying run at the plate. Here's Raphael. One and 0 after Rafi, Dale Murphy, and Bob Horner. We're in the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-4 Mets. Braves now have 8 hits in the ball game. Fouled at the plate, 1-1. Ernie, one of those games in California is now over. The Angels beat Boston 5-4. The other game in California goes to the 8th inning. Toronto and Oakland tied at 2.
Yes, in 5 minutes it'll be July 5th.
Yes, it will. Runner is going. Carter throws him out by a lot. Well, that takes the runner off the base. That might just take the bat out of Murph's hands this inning.
Carter's got one of the best arms. And it was there in ample time. Washington slid right into it. 2 away.
Two outs here in the 6th. Base is now empty, and the count on Ramirez 2-1. Murph on deck. He'll get on if Ramirez reaches. Ray Knight stayed with it. Makes a good throw. Now that'll end the 6th inning for the Braves. No runs on a hit. No one left. At the end of 6, it's 6-4 Mets. We go to the top half of the 7th inning. We still have plenty of baseball for you. And then the fireworks show. And don't mention the word rain. Through 6, the Mets 6 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. And the Braves 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Rafael Santana leads off for the Mets in the 7th, and tell you all about it. Here's Ernie.
Thank you, John. Santana, right-handed batter, 1 for 3. It's a minute after 12. Belated happy birthday, America. We love you. 209. Steve Shields. Here's the 0-1. Curveball outside. The Rays have used Mailer, Dedman, and now Shields. Dedman went 2 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, no walks, and a strikeout. Little pop that should be handled by Paul Zavella. 1 down. Mailer went 3 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Here's a former Braves farmhand, Terry Leach. Up for the 2nd time, struck out the 1st time. And as John mentioned, an opportunity to win a ball game here. He hasn't won one this year. I don't have his overall record. He almost sawed that one off. A 1-hopper to 2nd. 2 away. Now Dykstra. Spirit of Atlanta Drum and Bugle Corps performed before the game, and they were just a delight to listen to. Many of the fans have headed for home, but we still got a representative crowd here. Dykstra has 1 hit and 4 tries. Little guy who chokes up on that bat. Tries to slap it around. And he has so far to the tune of 265 this year. He hasn't been here all season. Slapped that one into center field. A 2-out single and Dykstra's 2nd hit. Now Wally Backman. Looks very similar to Dykstra at the plate, and he has 3 hits tonight. The Mets now with 13 hits. They've had some problems this year producing runs, but you wouldn't know it tonight. Just a slight breeze blowing. We're in the 7th inning, 6-4 New York. Look out. That was a pitch out. Cerrone started to move, and I thought it was going to go over his head, but they had planned it, I guess. Got speed at first base. Shields holding him tight. He fakes going and gets back. Strike call. Backman didn't like the call. They asked for noise, I guess. One ball, one strike. Tonight, Rick Aguilera against Pascual Perez. Airtime will be 7:35. Runner is going. That is a fly ball left. Harper should catch it. And he does. Terry Leach from over here in Selma, Alabama. Into the motion, and here's the pitch. Curveball strike. When you pitch this way, and I say it from experience of many minor league years and a few in the majors of pitching in that manner, had to finally get up on top to go against lefties. But you try to keep the ball sinking on the fastball. And a curve like that away from the right-handed batters, because it's not going to be a downer, as they say. The curve is going to be flat, and you can't afford to hang it inside. You can ask Hank Bauer about that. So your sinker has to go down on the shoes if you can. Curveballs away, and once in a while a fastball on the outside part of the plate. But left-handers certainly do give you the most trouble. In fact, there have been some submarine pitchers, some underhand pitchers that threw curveballs that actually rose. Here's the 1-2. It won't be made yet. Quisenberry throws curveballs that go up at times, up and away from right-handed batters. Leach has pitched well. He's given up a run, but he's still got a 2-run lead. Curve is hit hard, and a nice play by Knight. He's been all over third. Ray Knight getting a chance to play. Has performed well. He's made a couple of tough plays over there. One down.
Well, Ray Knight's shown a very good glove and a good arm. He had shoulder troubles last year. Houston had to play him at first base, but his arm obviously is back.
Now Horner was walked, singled, and struck out. There's that curveball going away. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curve, he hung that one. John went over and found out on Terry Leach. He has a major league record of 4-2. He hasn't won a ball game this year. And the 1-1. A little bit low. 2-1. Two-1. Curveball in there, 2-2. And a 2-2. There it is. Curveball away. He's got a good one tonight. Strikeout of Horner. That's his second K. Here's Terry Harper. Harper is 2 for 3. Struck out in the first inning against Dwight Gooden. Oberkfell comes to the on-deck circle. They're in the 12th. Montreal 3, Houston 3. Strike call. And the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Correction on Leach's strikeouts. He has 3. And the 1-1. Fouled away. He had 2 strikeouts in the 5th. That was the inning the Braves scored their run. And then he picked one up here in the 7th. Here's a 1-2. Foul away. Want to remind the baseball hopefuls who want to try out. The Braves have a tryout camp going Saturday, July 6th, Greenville, South Carolina, at the Greenville Braves Park. Between the ages of 16 and 23, you can try out. You need permission if you're an American Legion player. Foul away. That's Saturday coming up. Greenville Braves Park, 9 o'clock in the morning. Get up and at 'em. We've had a lot of success in the turnouts. A lot of kids out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Broken bat grounder. Knight's got another chance. And he's perfect. That's a 1-2-3. We go to the 8th. It's still 6-4 New York.
Keith has had some kind of a night. He has hit 4 solid line drives. And he takes high for ball 1.
Maybe it's indicative of the fact that Keith has broken out of that horrendous slump that he has been in. He's likened it to being in a deep, dark forest and not being able to see out.
And a foul ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, he has hit 4 balls right on the nose. Mets have had 6 runs on 13 hits. Atlanta 4 runs on 8. Shields with a high curveball, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. And another drive by Hernandez. If it's fair, it's a home run, and it is long gone. Keith Hernandez with a home run, and that ball clotheslined out of here. Well, the forest has been cut down, Steve.
Yeah, those line drives have sliced those trees right into kindling tonight. Hernandez with his 5th home run of the year. The Mets are now up by 3, 7-4. And boy, put a stopwatch on this one. This ball is out of here in a hurry, and it never did get any more than about 50 feet off the ground. And it goes right over the right field fence on a line.
That gives the Mets a lead of 7-4 and brings up Gary Carter, who's 3 for 3 with a walk. And there's ball 1. He has hit 5 shots. 3 of them have been base hits, and there's a strike call to Carter. Now hitting .277. And this one chopped foul. Tries the breaking ball, and the count 2-2. And this ball lined, but it's foul. And strike 3. Good curveball. Zerl also singled to center field back in the 1st inning. 1 ball, no strikes. And he fouls a fastball back. Mets have to win to stay even with St. Louis and Montreal. The Cubs lost, so they'll pick up a game on the Cubs and go into 3rd place if they win this ball game tonight. Mets would remain 4.5 games back of the St. Louis Cardinals. 2 balls, 1 strike to count, and Shields back to Strawberry. That puts a count at 3-1.
Montreal beat Houston with 6 runs in the top of the 12th inning. The Expos keeping pace with St. Louis. The final was 9-3 Montreal over the Astros in Houston in 12. Houston's lost 7 in a row.
And a strike call, 3-2. Cardinals remain a game and a half up in Montreal. They'd be 4.5 up on the Mets and 5 up on the Cubs if the Mets win here tonight. And a drive to right field. Washington over to cut it off. Strawberry rounds at first base and holds there with his third hit of the ball game. So the Mets continue to wrap that ball. And this one grounded to the shortstop. It's over to the second baseman on the first to double play.
7-4 New York. Here's the first pitch. Curve strike. Jesse Orosco really isn't having an Orosco year with only 6 saves. 1-1, lost 4, but his ERA is excellent, 2.87. There's a base hit to right field by Oberkfell. The Braves need 3 to tie. They need base runners and then a long ball. Strike call. A little bit high. Cerrone has a single and an RBI. It came in the 5th. The ball all the way to the screen. Let's see if that's a wild pitch or a pass ball. Looked like Carter could have caught it. It was a curveball. 2-1. That got away. 3-1. Last season he saved 31 ball games. Outside corner. 3-2. On the way. That is ball 4. They start their bullpen. Might be Sisk. Doug Sisk. Strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ooh, what a cut on a fastball up. 1-2. Here's a 1-2. Boy, did he pull that breaking ball. Now the 1-2. He got the second on a pass ball. That is called strike 3. Now Zavella with 1 down. Braves need at least 1 more hit in this inning to make it interesting. They trail 7-4. See if Zavella can deliver it. He's 0 for 1, and the fastball's a little tight. Foul away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Orosco with a 1-1. Tried to hit that outside corner, just missed it. Now the 2-1. Hit the center field, but it's going to be caught. Dykstra at the track. Zavella hit it well, but the straightaway center. Oberkfell tags at second, goes to third, but now it takes a 2-out hit. Braves fans thinking downtown Charlie Brown as Washington comes to the plate. He represents the tying run, but he's facing a tough lefty. Cerrone's at first and Oberkfell at third. Washington tripled the first time up, later scored. He put on a good display of base running to get to third. And that's hit foul past first. Pitch is low and away. Curve hung inside. 2-1. 2-1. 2-2. Runners lead and the 2-2. Outside. 3-2. Now Cerrone will run and Oberkfell will hold the bag at third. 3-2 offering. Foul away. High ball 4. That loads him for Ramirez. Ramirez with the bases loaded. Orosco knowing he's pitching to his last man in this inning. If he gets him out, he can go sit down. If he doesn't, Sisk is going to face Murphy. First pitch. Ball. 1-0. He's 0 for the night. He's 0 for 4. And the pitch. The ball. 2-0. Getting a little testing. Here comes Davy Johnson. He may have seen enough. 2 balls and no strikes. Now all the pitcher has to do after making that statement is get it over. Base is loaded. He's not winding. 2 balls and no strikes. Strike called. He did. 2-1. And the 2-1. Outside, ball 3. And the pitch. Ball 4. He had to take, you could tell, a run in on a walk with the bases loaded. That makes it 7-5 with Murphy coming up. Well, Jesse Orozco has walked himself right out of this ball game. Murphy is hitless tonight in 3 official tries. He walked the first time up. Sisk is a sinker ball pitcher. Nothing fancy about him. Breaking ball and a sinker. And the first pitch, a little bit high, 1-0. You don't see him up there often. Horner's on deck. 2 outs. And the 1-0. Swung on, drill, left center field. It's going to be in for a base hit. 1 in, 2 in. Here comes Ramirez. They're going to wave him. He's going to score. Murphy cleaned them off. That is a 3-run double.
All right, here's the pitch. Right over the middle. And Murphy drives it to the wall in left center field. No one has a chance to catch it. Dykstra cuts it off, but Dykstra threw the ball way too high to the cutoff man. He threw a fly ball to the cutoff man, and Ramirez scored easily. And the Braves have had a problem coming back this year. Have scored 4 times here in the bottom of the 8th and have taken an 8-7 lead.
Horner the batter. They're standing at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium for Murphy. And the pitch. Foul away. Murphy, with 3 RBIs, has raised his total to 58. And it's only game 76. The 0-1. Just outside. Horner with a base hit back in the 3rd. He got the single just before the first rain delay. 8-7 Atlanta. Here's a 1-1. Low with a sinker. 2-1. Suter will pitch the 9th inning. He's ready. He's been throwing this inning. Now a 2-1. Well hit. Caught by the second baseman.
Suter will be facing Ray Knight, Rafael Santana, and Danny Heap here in the 9th with Atlanta leading 8-7. Strike 1. And that split-fingered pitch down too low, 1-1 to Ray Knight. And he rips one foul outside the left field line for strike 2, 1-2. From Jesse Orozco to regain the lead. Suter gets the first out in the 9th. Strike 1. 1-1. Johnson against the Braves this year, 2 for 12. And he lines one to left for a base hit. Danny Heap hitting .259. No homer, or rather 5 homers and 25 RBIs. 1 out and the tying run on, and Howard Johnson at first. Ball 2. 2 balls the count to Heap. Fouled away out of play, 2-2. Top of the ninth inning here in Atlanta, and an 8-7 Atlanta Braves lead. As they scored 4 in the bottom of the 8th, the big blow, a bases loaded 2-out double by Dale Murphy to give them a 1-run advantage. Danny Heap lines one into left center for a base hit. Johnson will go to third. Harper up with the ball to second base, and the Mets have runners at first and third with 1 out.
So he could not make that second base move.
And Len Dykstra grounds one. Horner going to Suter. They don't get him at first base. A run scores, and the game is tied. Dykstra with an infield base hit for the RBI as Johnson scores from third, and it's 8-8 here in the top of the ninth inning. Now the batter will be Wally Backman. And he takes strike 1. 1-1. A split finger and a beauty that drops like a rock, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball. Zuvella at second, goes to second and gets Dykstra, and runners at first and third for New York. And the batter will be the red-hot Keith Hernandez as Gary Carter prepares on deck. Keith doesn't miss very much when it comes to combating good pitching. That's why he has been so successful so consistently throughout his major league career. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. He does not like the call and lets Terry Tata know it.
Tata's saying, get back in the batter's box. Don't get kicked out of here, Keith.
Foul back, and Hernandez in the hole 0-2. Fouled away again.
And again, Suter going to the fastball. So by moving up in that box, it has changed the way Suter has worked to him.
2 strikes, 2 out and 2 on. Ball 1. 1-2. Another one high. 2-2.
Well, if that takes away a split finger forkball, everybody ought to be hitting in the front of the batter's box.
We'll see guys up there from now on if it works. Hernandez skies one into left center field. Harper and Murphy coming in, and Harper makes the catch.
And the 0-1. Broken bat pop that's going to be caught by Hernandez. Harper's out. Now Oberkfell. Braves trying to win one they should have had in the bag. Anytime you lead in the 8th and 9th, we've said it time and time again. Anytime you're leading in the 8th and 9th, you should win that game.
Then again, the Mets had a 3-run lead going to the 8th, and Orozco and Sisk couldn't hold it either.
They should have won it. That's the way I look at it. You know,
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
When you've got that lead, 8th and 9th, any manager will tell you that's a game that we have to win. The 1-0. A little bit high. 2-0. Strike call. I got enough highlights here to do it this week in baseball.
And we're going to have you do the whole game over pitch by pitch.
Glenn Diamond's done a good job. I've got this week in baseball for Glenn. This will follow the telecast, and then we'll have our fireworks. And Nancy Diamond has all the scores, so we're in great shape. The only thing wrong, it's 8-8. Here's a pitch. Bouncing ball first. Hernandez. Try somebody else. Cerrone doesn't get the sinker. Rick has a single and an RBI in the 5th. He is 1 for 3. He walked in that big 8th. Ramirez walked with the bases loaded for 1 run. Curve outside. So the pitchers of record right now are Sisk and Suter.
And Chris Chambliss is on deck in Suter's spot.
Strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit up by third where Knight fields it. Here's a 1-2. Off the end of the bat, it stays 1-2. Now Doug Sisk with a 1-2 pitch. Hit off the end of the bat. That might be foul, and it is. Once it is foul out there, it's foul. Out by second. Gonna be bobbled by Johnson. Took a little funny bounce out there, but he should have handled it, I would feel. Albert Hall will be the runner at first for Cerrone. The announcement on Chris Chambliss batting for Suter. Hit one, Chris, and we'll have another highlight in the bottom of the ninth.
He hits one in the gap, it's going to be over because Hall, with great speed at first base, will be ready to do anything to score.
Strike call. Chambliss batting .202, no homers, 9 RBIs, and the 0-1. Low. And there's a bounce to the second, and we're going to extra innings.
Top of the 13th inning, Darryl Strawberry leading it off. And a ball to Darryl. Darryl on the night, 3 hits and 4 times up plus 2 walks, and it's 1-1. Terry Forster working his 3rd inning of relief. Make that his 4th inning of relief as he came in the 10th. And a strike called, and it's 1-2. That bounces away, 2-2. Darryl singled to center in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, had an RBI single to right in the 6th, stole a base, and then singled to right again in the 8th inning. He also walked in the 10th and was stranded. So Darryl looks like he's swinging a good bat, getting back in the groove after that long layoff. But he's called out here on strike 3 from a tough left-handed pitcher. 2nd strikeout, 3rd strikeout for Terry Forster. Forster's only given up a walk and a base hit in 3 1/3 innings of work so far. Now here's Kelvin Chapman to pinch hit for Doug Sisk. Chapman on the year hitting only .185, but he's doing better than that as a pinch hitter. As a pinch hitter this year, Chappie is 5 for 17 with 2 pinch hit RBIs. So Doug Sisk works 3 1/3 innings, 4 1/3 innings. I'm gonna get caught up here. No runs on 3 hits. Did not strike out anybody and walked only 1. And that was an intentional pass to Ken Oberkfell. So a good outing for Doug. Strike call to Chapman. The only blemish on Doug's record, the double he gave up to Dale Murphy that allowed the runners that Jesse Orozco had walked to score. That just missed. 1-1. And the big T is working up a sweat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This may be the longest that Forster's gone.
Very well could be.
Popped up down the left field line. Ramirez. And they're 2 away. Two out with nobody on, and the batter will be Ray Knight. Knight has had 1 tough night at the plate. He is 0 for 6. He has struck out twice, grounded into a double play. He's been up 3 times with the bases loaded. Once with 2 out and once with 1 out, and failed to plate a run. But he gets a base hit here. So a 2-out single to left by Knight. And the Mets have the go-ahead runner aboard. Only the 2nd hit off Terry Forster.
You see that defiant look on Ray Knight's face. Sometimes you get so darn mad, Steve, that you could bite the head off a rattlesnake, and I'm sure that's the way Ray feels.
Played great in the field tonight, but really struggled at the bat.
Yep.
Howard Johnson, up for the third time, is 1 for 2. He had a pinch hit single to left and scored in the 9th inning. The tying run for the Mets that sent us to extra innings. And he takes a ball up and away. And we're spending a week here tonight.
I have done that in other towns less pleasurably than I have tonight.
Yes. Mainly because now you're at the ballpark and then you weren't.
Correct.
Foul back. And the count now 1-1. Johnson batting right-handed for the second time. His base hit came left-handed back in the 9th inning.
Tell you one thing, this long game will make those grits taste better after the game, right?
Boy, show me where we can get some.
Man.
Missed the high, hard one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Since the hotel has all-night room service, I might go back and get a little country ham, red-eye gravy, grits, couple of eggs, toast, coffee. Perfect.
When we got here last night, Rusty Staub ordered grits, and they told him they didn't have them until 3:30. That'll work out perfectly, because we probably won't be back to the hotel till 3:30.
Right. Perfect.
Fouled back again, still 1-2.
If we get back there before then, I'll wait until 3:30.
That's right.
Man.
And you may have to wait that long for room service the way the hotel's been with all the conventioneers.
Well, the one good thing about this game, we'll miss that steel band in the lobby.
Don't bet on it. 2-2.
They have a huge Shriners convention. And with my luck, I'll probably find one of them in my room on a motorcycle or something, blowing a horn.
I tell you, I've seen enough of those hats to last me a lifetime.
Oh, man.
Everywhere you turn. Foul back again, and it's still 2-2 to Howard Johnson. 2 out. Ray Knight at first base with a 2-out single to left. It's an 8-8 ball game. Top of the 13th inning. And if you tuned in looking for Sermonette, you'll just have to wait.
We've got the right guy in the booth to give it. The good Father Murphy, the traveling chaplain of the Mets, is here.
Father Daniel Murphy from Brooklyn, USA.
Yes, sir.
Hanging in there with the rest of us. Father Murphy takes his vacations and follows the ball club. Well hit to left field. It's back a ton. Out of here. Home run. Howard Johnson and the Mets take a 10-8 lead in the top of the 13th inning.
You talk about out of the depths of despair. Howard Johnson, his second hit in 3 at-bats. 2 happy guys right there. Man, Ray Knight has stranded 10 runners tonight. Howard Johnson has not had a home run from the right side this year. And this is why that dugout is so jubilant. Johnson with 12 home runs last year, only 2 from the right side, and he really gets into this one. And a jumping Terry Harper can't come up with it. 10-8 New York.
Danny Heap, the hitter. Look at that dugout. Hojo is a very popular player on this ball club, and they are all happy for him. His 3rd home run of the year, and he now has 13 RBIs. But none have been any bigger previously this year than these 2 right here. Down low to Heap, and the count 2 balls, no strikes. Danny batting for the 3rd time is 1 for 2. He had a single back in the 9th inning. Grounded to first base. Gerald Perry picks it, and the inning is over.
Backs against the wall now. They're down by 2. The pitcher is Tom Gorman. He goes high to Rafael Ramirez. That's a strike. And the 1-1. Along the line, but it's hooking foul. Might have had the distance. And the 1-2. Base hit left center field. That'll bring on Murphy with nobody out. Hernandez holding Ramirez. The stretch in the pitch. Just outside. And the 1-0. Hit foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Missed it. 1-2. And the 1-2. Swung on, missed. Whatever it was, he got Murphy. Might have been a Scrooge of some sort. Now Gerald Perry. Braves down to 2 outs. Curveball in there. Sixth pitched very well. 4 in the 3rd innings. Gave up no runs. He did give up that big hit by Murphy to put the Braves out in front, but then his teammates came back and trying to get him a win, and they're 2 outs away from it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harper's the on-deck hitter. Perry is out of there on strike. On 1. 0-2. I believe this guy's come up with a Scroogey. And the 0-2 hit foul. Back out of play. And 11.5 behind San Diego. There's a drive to left. If it's fair, it is fair. It's a tie ball game. Harper hit the foul pole. It is 10-10, believe it or not. Terry Harper just hit the foul screen.
It hit the middle. It couldn't have hit it. That's amazing, Ernie. That's amazing. You were saying if it stays fair, the ball was curving. Hit the middle of that screen. Is that amazing? And the Braves have tied it up. It might be the wackiest game of all time. Braves have tied it at 10.
Oberkfell hits it foul past first, right into the Braves dugout. Here's a 1-1. Popped him up. Carter has got it, but not before Atlanta has tied.
The Braves have Gerald Perry, Terry Harper, and then a thorny question. Rick Camp. The Braves have no players left. They have Rick Camp as the 3rd hitter, and in all deference to our buddy Rick, you really don't want him to represent the final out of the game. They could pinch it, I guess. Bedrosian or Zane Smith are the guys who are left. There's a strike. 0-1 to Gerald. Oh, Gorman made a nice play. 1 away. 1 away, and here's Terry Harper. Harper tied the game in the 13th with a 2-run home run. And that has to be on the mind of Tom Gorman and Gary Carter. Terry has a double, 2 singles, and a home run tonight. And he tried to tie it right there. Count of 0-2. You see Carter, he wants the pitch away, whatever it is.
John, there was another ball game, probably the longest as far as going into the morning hours. August 10th, 1977. The Expos at Philadelphia, second game of doubleheader. Phillies 6, Expos 1. Game ended 3-23.
Hernandez will scoop it and touch the bag 2 away. But this is why you always save a player. This is absolutely the reason. I thought the Braves did the right thing. They let Runge take a shot at winning it, and he hit the ball well. But now 2 outs and 0 on. The Mets are waving their outfielders in. The whole Met team waving their outfielders in. Here's Rick Camp with a game on the line. 2 outs and 0 on base. And at least he took a good cut and fouled it off. Ernie, if he hits a home run to tie this game, this game will be certified as absolutely the nuttiest in the history of baseball.
Well, they could go to another pitcher, but in 18 innings, they've used just about everybody.
No, the only 3 guys left are Bedrosian, Perez, and Zane Smith. There's a strike, 0-2.
So they've researched that, and they figure that Camp is the best hitter of the 3 left.
It'll be an 0-2 pitch. And he is at the deep left. Heat goes back. It is gone. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Rick Camp. Rick Camp. I don't believe it. Remember what I just said. If he hits a home run, that certifies this game as the wackiest, wildest, most improbable game in history. On an 0-2 pitch, Rick Camp hit it over the left center field wall. I don't believe it. If you only knew on the Braves, we kid Rick Camp about his hitting more than anything. Ernie.
Nobody can believe it. Camp makes it 11-11, his first Major League homer. And here's Benedict.
I mean, that is the most improbable act. Let's see it again, Ernie.
We got to look at this another 50 times. That goes Heap. It's out of here.
And it hit the football bleachers. I mean, if you told me that John Sterling's going to run for president and win, that wouldn't be any more improbable. And I got to tell you, that's improbable. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, the count on Benedict is 3-0. And if I was Tom, you know, when Camp came up, and we didn't show it, Gary Carter and the Mets infielders waved everybody in. Let's cut off the pop fly. Mark Goldsmith corrects me, our director. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trot on your feet. I looked at the monitor. I didn't see it, but he said they did show it. Isn't that amazing? That's the most amazing thing that's ever happened in baseball. That's mind-boggling. The count on Benedict 3-2. Obviously, the first homer of his major league career. Is that unbelievable? I'll tell you. The odds on that have to be 1,000,000 to 1. 10 million to 1. What do I know? The pitch. And Benedict walks. Here's Paul Runge, the winning run at first. Ray Knight makes the play. And we go to the 19th. The Braves on Camp's first Major League home run have tied it. He gets a standing ovation. We go to the 19th.
That best illustrates that strange axiom created by Thomas Boswell, the brilliant writer from the Washington Post. Then this game, Gary Carter, the batter, 19th inning. No game has ever ended later than this game has ended. Carter, base hit up the middle. So Gary Carter comes through. John Christensen in there. He entered when Strawberry was ejected a couple innings ago. And a bunt and a beauty. Benedict to first. Carter to second. Sacrifice successful. But Rusty's not going to have a chance, I wouldn't imagine. They'll probably walk, stop, and pitch to Ray Knight. And they will. So stop will be intentionally passed. The score is 11-11. There have been 42 hits in this game. There have been 34 men stranded. Make that 33.
And when Ray first batted, his name was Ray Day, and now it's Ray Knight.
Everybody else has been in the ball game. Ball hit well to right center. Washington over. Can't get to it. Carter's going to score. Staub is into third base. Mets lead it 12-11. The 26th hit of the game for the Mets. And Howard Johnson will be walked intentionally. Infield and double play depth. Fastball is up and away to Heap. Danny 1 for 5, and he entered the game in the 9th inning. Fastball and a beauty. 1-2 to Danny Heap. 2-2. It's your normal 8-5 job. Line base hit. Staub scores. Knight's going to try to score. The throw. Save. Now here comes Johnson. Save. Mets lead by 4. 15-11. 2 RBIs. Interestingly, there have only been 4 errors in this ball game. Only 1 by the Mets. And Dykstra rips it to left center. Heap tagging, and he'll go to third easily. The Mets have scored 4 runs in the top of the 19th. As if to say, now Braves, let's see you match that.
Top of the 19th.
They scored 2 in the top of the 13th on a 2-run homer by Howard Johnson. Dramatically, Terry Harper came back in the bottom of the 13th and hit a 2-run homer with 2 out and Ramirez aboard. In the 18th, the Mets scored a run, and incredibly, with 2 out and nobody on, Rick Camp hit his first Major League home run. The pitcher, no doubt. Interestingly, 0-2 each time. Now the Mets score their 5th run here in the top of the 19th. And Ron Darling coming in from the bullpen now, and Keith Hernandez. A check swing by design. Hernandez has hit for the cycle in this ball game. Our cab waiting in front of the
It's now $946.52.
ground ball to second base. Hernandez is out of there.
Ron Darling has appeared in a total of 38 games before this season, and he has not had an appearance as a relief pitcher since coming into the major leagues.
Paul Zuvella, the batter.
And
Toward third. And a fair ball, says Terry Tata. Or did he say fair ball? He's waving him back. He said foul ball. 0-1.
this game is the longest game in time in both the American League and the National League now for this year.
Ground ball toward Backman, and he throws out Hernandez. 1 out, bottom of the 19th, and the batter Claudel Washington. 1-0. Ground ball, Hernandez can't come up with it. This is going to be at least 2 and maybe 3. But Washington holds at second. The Mets looking for 2 outs. They lead by 5. Fastball is tight. 1-1 to Rafael Ramirez. Jams in with a fastball. Johnson. Nice play, Howard Johnson. 2 outs. Dale Murphy, the batter. Murphy's had only 1 hit, but he's been responsible for this whole mess.
Murphy put Atlanta in front by a score of 9-8 with a 3-run double back in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Fastball and a good one. And 1-1 to Dale Murphy. Well, as Steve Zabriskie said earlier, Rusty Staub tried to get grits last night at the hotel. And the gentleman said that they would be in at 3:30. Well, they'd been at the hotel for 16 minutes as we talk. So luckily, Ralph will be able to have breakfast and a big bowl of grits for you when we get back.
Just what I'm looking forward to.
2-1 to Murphy.
Nothing like a bowl of grits after a 19-inning game.
2-1 to Dale Murphy. The Mets 5 runs up in the 19th, 2-2 to Murphy. You love a cassette of this game.
14 pitches used in this game.
Ground ball, foul. We won't go over who pitched the rest of it. Read it in the paper. 3-2 to Dale Murphy. Recap this game. You couldn't recap this game. They gave you a day and a half, could you?
I know I couldn't.
No. Well, let's see. Yesterday, Dwight Gooden started the ball game. Worked 2 of the 3rd innings. Left because of a rain delay.
Murphy fouls it away. 3-2 still.
Be like those old cereals that we used to go to years ago.
Yeah, that's right. And Ron Darling walks Dale Murphy. Fastball is outside to Gerald Perry. I was only kidding, of course. 1-0 to Perry. Mets lead by 5, 16 to 11. 1-1. There have been 45 hits in this ball game. Two and 2 to Perry. Perry, refusing to die, fouls it back. Fly ball left field, and of course, a foul ball and out of play. Just missed. 3 and 2, and the runners will be off. Fastball is low, and Gerald Perry is on. The second walk issued by Darling. Terry Harper, the batter. Fastball is high, 1-0 to Harper. 2-0 to Terry Harper. There's a strike, 2-1 to Terry Harper. You have to be tongue-in-cheek right now. I mean, you can't be serious about this game, right?
Well, this is a happening now. This will go on the record books.
Line drive right field, it may drop and does. 2-run score. Christensen, ball gets by him, and now it's 1st and 3rd, and the tying run at the plate. I would imagine that this is the first time a pitcher has batted in extra innings 2 times. Ever. 0-1.
Well, not necessarily so, because you go back to pitchers like Wes Farrell and Red Ruffing, who were outstanding hitters.
But they were starting pitchers.
They were starting pitchers. They could have done it, say, in the 10th and 12th inning or something like that.
Okay. 1-2 to Rick Camp. Swing and a miss. Rick Camp strikes out. And this ball game is over.
So, because what else were you expecting? Something pedestrian? The Mets get 5 in the top half of the 19th. Ray Knight, who had had a good game in the field, but a drought early on, finally bust through. Got 3 hits late, big one in that top of the 19th. But it wasn't done yet.
It'll be an 0-2 pitch. And he is at the deep left. Heat goes back. It is gone. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Certifies this game as the